hopefully the weather's a little nicer down here.
A little.
A little. All right. Good, good. So let's begin with some happy dollars.
Rotary moment.
Rotary moment. Let's do that one instead. Jack?
I'm going to do the Rotary moment.
Oh, okay.
If I can, I'm going to take more than a moment, because I have some awards that came from the district. This past Thursday night, Mike and I had the pleasure of being there. Let me start off by giving to our president an award. You know, we talk about how much we give to the annual fund every year and where we are and what the response is. Well, this club, it really outdid itself. We had a per capita gift of $213, and we get a nice banner, upside down. This is for Sally, from Sally's year. So I'm going to give that to you, Mr. President. We also got an award from the Rotary Foundation for our contributions to end polio. And as a result of that, I'm going to give you that certificate. But we also got a banner because we averaged more than $100 per member this year, which is really terrific. So again, congratulations to all of you. The numbers on that, just so you know, out of the 3,120, excuse me, let me go back a little bit. There are only 1,400 clubs in the world that made that $100 level.
What?
Only 1,400 clubs
Out of
in the world.
31,000?
And we are one of those. So that's really good. And it says, this is the thing that came with that. Paul asked me earlier if I would allow him to do something for me about a district award, and I turned him down. And I still appreciate that very much, but somebody else didn't get the message. So I got an award for the club through me for our work as a foundation. And I just want to thank you. So, as we think about what the Rotary clubs do, and you think about where we are, what was phenomenal was there were 3 clubs in the district. Jason, I'm just back to that from here. There were 3 clubs in the district that just kind of blew everybody away. The James River Club contributed $833 per member to the foundation this year. That's not coming out of their pocket. They have a really big fundraiser, and they put all of the money into the foundation. The Smithfield Club generated $739 per capita, and the Innsbrook Club contributed $413. It's amazing that, again, where people were within the district, and I don't push this very often, but I do think you all need to hear about it. The average per capita in the district per member was $194. The district annual fund contribution this year was $549,000. If you take the total giving, because people give to other things than just to the annual fund, they give to global grants, they give to a variety of other opportunities. We can, as a district, $748,000, which makes us number 38 in the world as a district.
Dennis didn't mention that his district foundation award this year, in the history of our district, less than 100 people have received that award. And this year, only 5 got it.
Let's sing. Well, that's
Come on, Dennis, to lead us.
oh yeah. I couldn't think of a better Rotary moment for this week, and that's all great news. And I think
You know the old expression, I'll meet you in Macy's window?
That's right.
It's called I'll kiss your...
So from there, unless we have any objections, let's do some happy dollars now.
Okay, happy dollar. I'll start off with $5. Y'all have been fortunate not to listen to my stories, but here's one. It's called the Army 51 years ago, Herman James, a North Carolina mountain man, was drafted by the Army. On his first day in basic training, the Army issued him a comb. That afternoon, the Army barber sheared off all his hair. On the second day, the Army issued Herman a toothbrush. That afternoon, the Army dentist yanked 7 of his teeth out. On the third day, the Army issued him a jockstrap. The Army hasn't seen him for 51 years. And this is about where the white man went wrong. And unfortunately, I left my glasses at home, but I think I could read this. Indian Chief Two Eagles, approaching 90 years old, was asked by a white U.S. government official, "You have observed the white man for 90 years. You've seen his wars and his technological advances. You've seen his progress and also the damage he's done." The chief nodded in agreement. The official continued, "Considering all these events, in your opinion, where did the white man go wrong?" The chief stared at the government official, smiled, and then replied, "When white man find land, Indians running it, no taxes, no debt, plenty of buffalo, plenty of beaver, and clean water. Women did all the work. Medicine man was free. Indians spend all day hunting and fishing, all night making love. You have more questions?" Well, that was worth $5.
Mark, this might be had your dollar for recognizing the fact that this may be the last day this year that I will wear my shorts.
Now I have 2 happy dollars.
All right, my weekly $5, I'm gonna want it in next week, so we're not meeting, but I gotta keep the karma going. All my teams are still in it, still undefeated.
Hey!
It's fun to see my kids come home from college this weekend, and another one that is coming to a close. Good. Fellas, tonight celebrate our 54th wedding anniversary.
Woo!
Today.
I have 2 happy dollars. One is that my future daughter-in-law got through the State Department hurdles, and she's on her way from Australia here, and hopefully I'll have a daughter before the end of the year. The second happy dollar was, again, recognition for the great work this club does without my having to twist any arms from the foundation.
And Sally.
I wish I had $2 because I have 2 things to be happy about. One is that I spent 3 days with my lovely nieces in Richmond this past weekend, and Friday is my anniversary.
Yeah.
And Jason.
So for those that have been listening to my dog stories, we took my dog's leg off. He's doing well. He's not dripping all over the house anymore, which was kind of somewhat disgusting. But I think we're going to be able to keep him around for Christmas. So it's a happy dollar, although we're adjusting.
Great.
And then the second one is a happy dollar. I don't have to see Mark's knees for at least the next 3 or 4 months.
All right, thank you.
Awesome, awesome. So moving on, today is a club assembly day. So really our job is just to kind of recap what we discussed last night at the board meeting. I'd like to begin with the secretary's report. Paul, if you're ready.
Yes, I reported the average attendance on the district report for October was 84.68%. That seems to be our new lower level. You know, makeups are easy, folks.
Awesome. All right, so Tom is not with us today. Did we have anybody that was going to fill in for the treasurer's report? I don't believe we did.
I can look up this.
There's money in the bank, right?
There's money in the bank. We're not going broke.
Enough said.
Yeah, it was about $4,000 in the,
Yeah, generally, we have some expenses coming up and enough to cover it. That's essentially the treasurer's report. So from there, I know, Andy, you said that you had some things for us on the service side of things.
you did a nice job
crab and a fish donation 2 weeks ago. We got 17 bags of food and 1 carton of soup to fish. So thank you very much.
I believe also we discussed last night that we directly will not be participating with the bell ringing for this year, correct?
Correct.
Okay. That being the case, I did receive an email from Frank Ferrante this morning through the Williamsburg Club asking if some of us would be willing to help them fill some slots. So I will make sure to forward that to the club for anybody that would like to contribute. I know that they could use the help, and I know the Salvation Army could definitely use the help. So there's still some possibilities for us to contribute to that, even though we won't be doing it under our banner. Okay. From there, and I'm going to go straight into Steve. I'm sure you probably have some updates for us on the Jamboree.
Yeah, a couple of things. Obviously, we're winding it down this week, and pretty much, if anybody, we've got to pretty much all the sponsors. If anybody has any last minute ones, like you said, something about it, or if you got, we really need to do it the next couple of days. I gotta have it by the end of tomorrow, probably. So we just, I need to send all that stuff over. But the good news is, as of right now, I think the number is I got 33 commitments of sponsors.
Whoa.
Which is really good. We haven't talked about the money, but that amounts to just under $9,000. Just the sponsor. That doesn't count the team's fees or the gate fees or anything like that. So that's pretty good. And that includes print pack. And although Sal made the poor girl cry, we got the money.
You made her cry. We have time. Tell that story.
So all I have to say is that's commitment. So there's not kind of pressure on that poor girl. But we got
You gotta tell
we
that
got the
story.
commitment. And the only other thing is, if you've signed up with Andy, make sure you're there on Friday, Saturday, and then our little group will meet again in the morning to finalize it. Tomorrow morning, 8:15, Sally's place. And you have all that.
You'll also, Paul will email next week the work list. So you remember what times and what shift you're working on. So that'll all go out to you on email next week.
Right. So I think everything's pretty much under control. I just got to finalize some of the sponsor stuff. And Mark, do you have anything you want to add?
I just want to take a minute and have everybody acknowledge Steve's leadership on this. Without Steve, who knows?
I'd like to acknowledge Mark's leadership.
Anybody else? Who are you? I haven't seen you.
I want to know what happened to the little gal at Print Pack.
Yeah, no, Sally, you have to fill us in with that. Come on.
I don't know. I was being so nice, and next thing I know, I've got this tearful voicemail message going, "You created such a ruckus here. The HR person's angry at the plant manager, and I'm in the middle," and I'm like, "Woo, sorry."
But we're getting a check, though.
We're getting a check.
Perfect. Yay!
Probably never again.
Maybe not.
Not from the same way.
I want her to collect a couple of bad debts, I think.
Bonus.
That's hilarious. So moving on from there, just a quick update on the administrative side, and this is mainly Genevieve's deal. I don't know if you all had a chance to look in the bulletin, but there's a couple of pictures there in the middle. If you haven't had a chance, I'd take a look. These are the trees that they're building for us, for our installation in the library that we're going to be trying to do by the end of the year. I have some more pictures that I can circle electronically if you would like to see them. But the long and short of it, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'll send them to you. Absolutely. So we are on board on track to get those and receive those probably by the end of December. So January we're going to be busy with that. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm really excited about it. From there, on the membership side of things, Dave, did you have anything for us on the membership?
Only that I'll be presenting to the club. We'll be talking about membership at the January 13th meeting.
Okay. Fantastic.
Everybody can be there.
Okay. Awesome. And then Dennis, did you have any updates for us on the
Yes, I have a couple of things I'd like to share. The foundation board members who are present, if you could stay just for a moment after this meeting, we have a stand up to talk about where the proceeds of the Jamboree are likely to go. So we'll work on that. I also want to point out that as a result of our work we talked about it the last time, the board has agreed to take on Elf's Corner as our third project of the year. Again, the criteria was that we wouldn't have to sell anything, that it wouldn't be sports related, it wouldn't require a lot of manual labor, you know, but it would be a fun family event.
Does it require singing?
I hope not. I hope not. And then, if you feel obliged to sing, I'm sure that somebody would love to hear your melodious voice.
In the bathroom.
Right? So, again, it's December the 12th. We'll put some more information out to everybody so you know where it is. On your tables, there's a sign-up sheet going around that Gretchen has provided to us. Let me just run through very quickly. On the day of the event, they need help in the gift room. This is helping children select gifts for their families. The outside gift room, going through children's bags to make sure that the gift has been picked for each person on their list. It said, Mark, you usually are in that area. I guess attention to detail is something Gretchen values in you. All right. There's a wrapping room for wrapping gifts, this is a great place for us to advertise Rotary around our tables with banners and whatever else we can bring along those lines. Wear your Rotary attire or your hats or whatever. There's a craft room helping children with crafts, and there are 3 shifts all day. Shift 1 is 9:30 to 11:45. Shift 2 is 11:30 to 1:30, or the all-day shift. How to make that leap. So, at any rate, there's 3 shifts. Sign up, please. I'll have the sign-up sheets again the next time we meet because we'll meet again before the 12th. But the sign-up sheets are going around. I appreciate you doing that again. The idea was this was all club members participate with family, with kids, with grandchildren, whatever it might be. This is a fun family event, and please do that. One other item related to the foundation. I keep track of, on a monthly basis, the reports of how close all of you are to the next level of Paul Harris Fellow. There are about 6 people in the club who are very close. Our club has a tradition of matching 250 points, 300 points up to $300 that you contribute to get yourself the next level, to give a Paul Harris Fellow to your spouse, to a child, to a neighbor, like we did last year for Tony. Believe me, that was recognized at the district as well. I mean, no other club in the district has ever thought about doing anything like that, and it was mentioned again by Probstorfer at this last meeting that we recognized Tony. So if you have things along those lines, this is a great time to do it. You know, as you know, just recently, your spouse was recognized. If you don't mind saying, it didn't cost you more than a good night out to dinner. Is that a fair statement?
Yeah.
A good night out. I'm not talking about a regular night. I'm talking about a good. So again, I'm willing to work with you in that regard to help you get to the next level. Or if you have somebody special in your life you'd like to recognize with the Paul Harris Fellow, please work with me. We'll get it done. And again, the support we get from this club has been phenomenal. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dennis, for doing all that. I'm just going to echo a couple of things that Dennis said on the Elks Corner first. I know that we participated in a club before, but it's kind of been, kind of a one-off. Hey, if we can volunteer, great. The idea behind this was to really kind of put a concerted effort and really help integrate our brand, the Rotary brand, as well as our club's reputation into Elks Corner. So this is going to be a bit of a step up in terms of what we're asking for, member participation, etc. So the more people that you can get there wearing Rotary gear, hats, t-shirts, we want to be able to pass out, we're going to put the flags up, we want to pass out membership material. It's a really good time. I know my family's really looking forward to volunteering this year. And as Mark would tell you, it's for a good cause. It's for a really good cause. So also with that, Dennis, not to put you on the spot, but we also made a decision on the RILA last week as well. or yesterday. So our goal was to send 3 kids to RILA and cover the sponsor, the scholarship for them. We did not have enough in our operating account, so the foundation has discussed and voted and approved that we would cover that scholarship cost out of the foundation. So our goal then next is going to be to submit the applications and, you know, send 3 kids there. So Mike, I know that you were involved with that, so I wanted to let you know where that was as well. Okay.
The applications are due soon.
Yeah.
We have to get the kids now.
We'll get hot. We have definite 2. The third we're still working on, but we know we're going to at least send 2. We're going to at least send 2. So moving on from there, just a couple of other things as far as the minutes go. Last night we talked about the potential board members for the 2016-2017 Rotary year. That is taking shape. The goal is to present those people at the December 2nd meeting and then have a final approval December 16th. Steve is currently assembling his team and 3/4 of it's already done. So we just got to maybe twist a couple arms. Is that fair? So outside of that, does anybody else have any other business that they'd like to bring to the floor or discuss? No? All right. Well, if that's the case. Oh, Bob.
I was in Lake Forest last week, where my wife and I moved from, and I did a makeup.
Hey,
So I brought.
Paul appreciates it.
Oh, excellent.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'll add that to the banner.
What day did you do it?
Very cool, very cool. So with that, you know what, Bob? Come on back. Come on back. We're gonna have you pull our tickets this soon.
This will probably be the only time I'll win.
Probably.
Pick one. Last 3 and 4.
I won't keep you long. 593.
Oh,